Thank you for having me. My name is Rob Mello with TigerText, a technology that's familiar to many people here at Boston Children's. Is the secure texting platform that's used here at the hospital. I'm especially thankful for being here. My youngest son, who's 4 years old, is happy and healthy, thanks in large part to the surgery he had here when he was 5 months old. So thank you for that. You're doing wonderful things here. So not to go into too much detail about the technology, but I thought I'd have this slide up while I explain it to anyone who wasn't familiar. We're largely a texting platform, and when people think about secure texting, they think about texting from person to person, clinician to clinician, but we're also last mile technology that can interface with a number of systems. So machine to person and person to machine technology is really important to us, really important to our customers. That when you think about the people, process, and technology that takes place in these clinical settings, that last mile of communication to the end user is something that we take very seriously, and this is what TigerText does and we'll do for you here at the hospital. We integrate with these systems using standard-based integration. Sometimes we look like just a pager to a system, sometimes you look like an email address. Sometimes more sophisticated integration is done with web-based APIs. And for this particular event, I wanted to introduce one of the technologies. This isn't the only one that can be used, of course, but we wanted to talk about bots. So the concept of a bot is one where I'm a clinician and I send a command from my phone, from my texting application that I'm in already because I'm already collaborating with one of my colleagues, and I get information back. So it's simply a message to the cloud that connects to a bot service that connects to a data source, which could be one of any that we spoke about here today. You could be watching a folder from Box to see when it's updated. You might be running a collaboration app with Cisco. You might be working with one of your Cerner apps and waiting for that result, and you want to get notified, right? Or you might want to just fetch information that you know is waiting for you. And then that message comes back in the form of text, which is, of course, in addition to speech, which was represented here by Nuance, is of course the other major medium here for communicating. We also allow you to attach files and for visual and auditory inputs as well. So I don't know if there are other technologists in the room, but certainly wanted to talk a little bit about the bot logic. Maybe not here on stage, but while I'm here we can go through that. But eventually you're listening for messages, you're processing requests that come in from texts, you're going out and doing something with that and giving information back to the end user. So we can certainly go into some more depth and we can provide some more information about that. So we all like to think about use cases. My only concern with putting up this slide is I certainly don't want to limit a group of innovators, right? But the kinds of things that our customers are doing now, if the system is a scheduling system, you can give a date through TigerText and then get an on-call schedule back. Like, who's on call today? And maybe I'm just typing in the word today and getting that information back. It could be a knowledge base. It could be like a system where you're looking for some drug information. So Hippocrates, is that the name of the one that's commonly used, right? So maybe you're just typing in a drug name and getting some information back to an Hippocrates bot. Maybe it's bed management. Maybe you just type in a patient's name and find out what room number they might be in. Or, of course, integrations with the EMR are also available. And we're not replacing an EMR interface on the mobile device, but we're giving you another way to interact with the EMR, with the system that you're in anyway. So how are we going to help? How are we going to build things together in a few weeks? We'll provide dev resources. We've got code samples and SDKs, and of course, we've got development accounts that you can use. So that's TigerText for your presentation in a nutshell.